Hello, everybody. I'm Kirk Hiner from Appletell.
I'm Bill Stiteler.
We are here at Macworld iWorld 2013 with our recap of day one.
Yes.
Bill, it's been a few years since you've been to a Macworld Expo. How do you feel about the show so far?
Good. It's mostly the same as I remember it from the last time I was here after Apple had pulled out. It's much more of a fan convention. It seems much more focused on selling things that people actually have. There's only a few companies that are announcing, well, I wouldn't say a few, there's like maybe half the companies are actually announcing new products, but the things that they have are actually pretty cool. So,
like what?
Well, the most useful but least interesting thing I saw today was a company that is selling insurance for technology products. Now, it's not warranties, it's actually insurance like you would have for your house or your car. And they will insure anything to its value. So if, like, you have an original iPad that you're still using and you want to have that insured, they will insure it against theft, against water damage, against, any damage. And you will get either a repair or a replacement of it. And that was the Worth Ave group, I think. I'll have something about them later. But that was like really, to me, as somebody who owns technology, that was interesting that somebody would actually insure sort of old technology.
So it's after it's out of its original warranty.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
You could do it new. If
yeah,
you didn't want to get Apple
you
Care,
are insuring you are insuring it for its value.
Okay.
So that was the most interesting, that was the most useful but least interesting thing. The most interesting but least useful thing was a mobile presence device for the iPad, essentially a small robot. It looked like a baby Segway that you could mount an iPad on it. It had wheels on the bottom and a staff, and then the iPad goes on it, and then you could move that around and see what was going on, and your face showed up. It was actually pretty disturbing, but there was a group that was developing that for people who need a mobile presence device.
I can't figure out the use for it, but I'm sure someone can.
If you want to terrorize your employees with a tiny robot.
Okay, well, for the most part, on day one, was focusing on iPhone cases and accessories, or iPad cases and accessories. There are two items I want to talk about. The first one I don't have a sample of. They did not have examples to give out, but it's an aluminum frame case by a company called Esoterism. The difference between this and most aluminum frame cases, actually there are two, both of which are key to the experience. Most aluminum frame cases require screws to take on and off via Allen wrench or some kind of torque screw. They're great when they're in the case, but if you have to take it out frequently to dock or to put it in my case, it was to use it as a GPS in the car. And in order to get it to fit into the mount, I had to take it out of the case. Not good. This has a screw on the top. It's kind of like an old watch, like you're winding a watch for those who remember what watches are. You just unscrew it, opens up, you take the case right out, put it back in, screw the thing back in, and you're done. No need for screws. And they're good-looking cases, some nice colors too. We hope to have a sample of those for you soon.
Cool.
The second was skins. There are always been a lot of skin manufacturers here at Macworld. This year there is only one. It's their first time here, called DecalGirl. DecalGirl started in 2004, which they say makes them the first company that was making skins, and they make skins for all kinds of devices. They have a wonderful skin that makes sure, if you have a Wii U, it makes the gamepad look like an old NES controller. And I think they sell it for other devices too. More appropriate for us, though, I have a couple samples here of some iPad skins they have. I shared my iPad with my wife, so whatever skins I pick out has to appeal to her. So we have a very creepy-looking purple heart.
Cool.
And then this kind of lonely tree behind what appears to be really bright headlights, as in a movie.
I think I had that as a trapper keeper back when I was in high school.
Interestingly, they do have one that's like a composition notebook, the old black and white kind of textured thing.
Cool.
They have that. And then here's one I have for the iPhone. You can see that there. It's kind of like a Milky Way pattern. What I like about this one is it's matte finish. It's not gloss. Almost every other company has gloss only. This one has a matte finish, so it's going to do a better job as it gets scratched or nicked, as all cases are going to. It's not going to reflect it, and it's harder to see. It also has a nicer texture to it. I'll put this on my phone tomorrow so you can see what it looks like, but another thing I like is that it wraps around the edges. A lot of companies will have the piece for the back, and then they have a separate piece for the edge. This one actually wraps around, which you can do with the iPhone 5. You can't with the iPhone 4 because it's got too much of a texture as it bounces down. The iPhone 5 just wraps. So those are my two case and skin examples, and tomorrow there are many more companies, so I may have some more, but tomorrow I plan on focusing on the Appaloosa section. And there are quite a few interesting
independent app developers.
Yeah, and the good thing also, for those who may have been at Macworld Expo last year, is this year it's much more open, and there's more room for people to actually talk about what they're doing, instead of being cramped around one.
I saw some very cool apps today that I plan on talking about tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll have that for you then. And anything else you want to say about day one?
No, it's been an experience. I'm looking forward to taking some more time with stuff tomorrow.
All right, so we'll be back here with you tomorrow for some more examples from appletell towers. Now I want you to yell out, "Blaspheme!"
I was thinking faulty towers.